I had to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I had to, bro. Definitely, dude.
All right, because I have such limited faith in technology, and Crispy waited till we went live to start checking his mic.
It was the cord, bro. The mic's
Like,
fine, bro.
dude.
The,
No, I'm
dude,
just kidding.
the mic's fine. You know what I mean? It's the cord. I just happened to look over, and I was like, why do I have 9 miles of cord on the couch right now?
Because you are about 4 feet away from the.
So I fixed it.
Did you fix it?
It was like that when I sat down, Jay.
Went live.
All right.
To start checking his mic.
It was the cord, bro. The mic's fine, bro. What's that? Facebook?
That is you. The tube.
The tubes.
The tube. I was talking to a coworker today. And,
the YouTubes.
Yeah, and so she went, "Yeah, we didn't look on the internet," and I went, "Oh, because there's multiple."
The www.coms.
Yeah, there's multiple ones.
Yeah, the interwebs.
The interwebs of everything.
I don't say interweb. I say interwebs. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Dude, we are getting old.
It's all right. I'm okay with it.
And I went, "Oh, because there's multiple."
The older I've got, the better my life's gotten. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Let's see. I'm gonna share this. Let's see
yo, if I share it live, right, while we're live, and then while we're not live, will that link still work?
It should.
And bring them to this episode?
It
yeah,
should.
it should. Okay.
It should. Let's see. Drop a question. Do you have a question? We want to hear from you.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. The one person that's probably watching.
Yeah, because one of them is you.
No.
No, you're not.
No,
I'm not watching either. So.
I'm on Instagram. I'm making a post on Instagram.
So we got
a story.
A
story time.
2 random people watching us. Shout out to the 2 people that are possibly watching us.
We appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry, I'm looking down at my phone. I'm just sharing something real quick.
We're making sure that
we don't have a team to do all this once we go live, so we have to do it ourselves.
We do. So that's part of it. So, yeah, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody good? What's going on? How's everybody's week been so far?
Long, like you said, man. Actually, no, not really. Because like today at work, Dave was like, "Yo, one more day," and I was like, "No, bro, that's Wednesday today." And he looked so disappointed. No, it was no. I'm sorry, it wasn't the days. It was the vendor. He's like, "Oh, did the gas guy come today?" I go, "Yeah, if it was Thursday, he would have."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Wait, yeah, it's Wednesday, Dave.
It's only Wednesday. What about you, Life?
You know, same stuff.
Same old. Yeah, just keep on keeping on.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, I feel that. Dude, my stomach has been gross since like Saturday.
Really?
Like Saturday, I didn't move from the couch.
Really?
I just laid there all day. I barely ate anything.
So that was me after the Melissa Etheridge concert the next day. I was so hungover, bro.
Oh yeah. I don't even know.
I know yours wasn't from drinking.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. I don't even know what it was from. At least you have
a reason, source. Right? Yeah, exactly.
You have a source.
May not be a good source, but it's a source. Whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I just woke up. I felt gross.
Yeah.
Like stomach, like, and it wasn't even like, not to get like super descriptive. It wasn't even like it was like the bubblies or whatever. I just constantly felt full.
Really?
Yeah. But like a disgusting type of full. Like if you eat too much, but like you haven't eaten anything.
Yeah.
So like I had no appetite.
Really? That's the I don't know. That's the worst, bro.
So like I literally just laid down. I literally was on the couch all day. Like my wife Ashley, she was working in the other room, and then she would come on. She'd be like, "Yo, you still on the couch, bro?"
Really?
I'm like, I feel like garbage.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because we did kind of have plans that day, and I was like, I don't have an appetite for nothing. Like,
yeah.
Like she normally, like when she cooks, like she'll cook me like good portions and stuff. Like, dude, I barely ate like half of it.
Really?
Yeah, like that's how bad it was. Like breakfast.
That's the worst, dude.
Love breakfast.
I hate feeling full when you're not full, man.
Yeah. It's like it. Yeah. it's basically trying to eat when you're already full.
Right.
Like you just finished, like when we went to Outback.
Yeah.
Like you just had that, and then someone comes with it with your entree and then goes, "Go ahead."
Yeah. No.
You're like, no, like I don't at all. It felt like, I mean, it is what it is. I feel better. I do feel better.
That's good though.
Sunday felt a little better. I
Yeah.
still felt gross, but I was like, we got work to do, and that was a cool day.
Yeah. Yeah. How was that?
Dude, that was awesome.
That's a long day, bro.
It was a long day. But it wasn't bad though. Like normally, like the production session, like I mean, I'll admit, like sometimes I get a little dozy off
Yeah.
and whatever. But like I didn't eat anything, and I thought I was gonna be more tired because I
Right.
hadn't ate
You
anything.
feeling like dog do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
but-
eating the past 2 days or whatever, really.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I get it.
I grabbed like those like what is it, naked drinks, just to
Okay.
try to get something in.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, brought a water and like a granola bar. Like that's literally all I had like
Really?
the whole day. But I mean, it went really well.
Yeah.
Super dope production session, and then literally took what we made in production and went to the studio and just knocked it out.
There we go. That's dope, dude.
Did that, and then he stayed a little bit after I left, pre-planned anyways.
Right,
and,
yeah.
And he knocked out 2 masters for me for 2 other songs that we had queued up.
Word.
Sent him dude, it was like just a beautiful day of just creating music.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I definitely would like to do more of that.
Yeah.
You know, if I can.
Right.
You know, I'm trying to balance some things a little bit, not make it too often, but it was just cool to just produce and then literally just hit the studio.
Yeah.
It was, I know it won't always happen that way in the sense of,
No. It won't always happen that way, but
yeah.
even if you step in the studio, you still have something that y'all, let's say, finished last session or you didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
There, you know, something to work on.
Right.
Unless we are, you know, creating a beat, I already have the lyrics. I just, you know, maybe created a demo.
yeah.
But this was one that and it is cool. It's cool because like the beat that we worked on was essentially the 3rd version
Yeah.
for that particular
okay.
song.
Yeah.
So I created the demo, and then I was like, hey, I'm trying to flip this. So we flipped it, and the first time we made a great beat, but then as I was like kind of listening to it, I'm like, I don't know if this is really gonna fit this particular song.
Right.
We're still gonna keep this beat.
Right. Yeah.
But I want to flip it. And so we went back to the drawing board, and dude, 100 times better, and it was just like perfect.
That's what's up, dude.
And then it was cool because I was like, I've been dying to record this song.
Right.
So let's just, you know, because I had told him we were gonna do a different song.
Mm.
And then I was like, well, we have the beat,
Right.
everything is done.
Yeah.
Let's just record it. And he was
Right.
like, yo, let's go.
Let's do it, dude.
So-
one-stop shop, baby. You know what I mean?
So we did that, and
That's gotta be a
it was so
dope,
cool, man.
dope thing, dude. But long day though. What, 10-hour day easy?
It was only 6.
Oh, okay. Ain't bad.
I mean, 7 between the hour break.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was long. It's like I could like doing that. Like that's how I would envision if I'm able to make this something sustainable as like
Yeah,
a
no,
career. You know what I
facts,
mean?
yeah.
Like doing the pod,
Yeah.
doing music, and maybe the clothing brand.
Yeah.
Them, like we talked about before. Like if I can just live off of that.
Right.
And just how I'm already doing it, I don't need all the extra stuff.
Right.
Just sustain me for whatever. Like I could easily do that, like, you know, 2, maybe 3 days a week.
Right. Exactly.
You know, the other days are, you know,
something else.
maybe 2 days are podcast
Yeah,
days, and then
exactly.
the other, if I'm mathing right, 2 days are business, you know, maybe business days.
Right.
You know, whatever, or do a Monday through Friday type of thing. Like, you know, Monday and Wednesdays are music days.
Yeah.
Or no. That would be wrong. Tuesdays and Thursdays would be music days. Wednesdays would be pod days.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if we're sticking with
No, that's the
same
goal. That'd be
schedule, but-
great, dude. You know what I mean? Especially because there's always something to do. So each day you can just
Yeah.
focus on one task, and eventually you're gonna get what
Yeah.
you need done. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude?
But that's like a nice 7-hour day. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
least. And then you could add maybe another, you know, maybe 3 hours of recording,
Right.
hour lunch,
Yeah.
8-hour day.
Right.
All right, I'm going home. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, facts,
I'm out. Like,
Exactly.
you know, like I think I mentioned it before. You know, this is something Eminem did, and I think somebody came to work on a song with him and they showed
Yeah.
up to the studio, whatever, and like, yo, I'm here. He's like, nah, he's gone for the day.
Yeah.
Yo, is he coming back?
No,
Nah, he's done.
he's
like,
done.
He punched out, dude.
Not legit 9 to
He's
5, bro. He's
not
done.
coming.
Yep.
So stuff like that. I'm like, I could deal with that.
Yeah, right.
That's cool. That would make me happy. Like,
Yeah.
to the point like I could do this every day.
Yeah, I don't want millions. I definitely don't want millions from it. I
Mhm.
just want to sustain a lifestyle that I have.
Mhm.
That's it. That's it. And it's not asking for a lot.
No, it's
I
really,
don't
it's
think,
really
you know
not.
what I mean?
I just want to be able to survive the same way that I am right now with my 9 to 5 that I have right now.
Right.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems fair, reasonable, right?
Right. I'm like, am I asking for too
Like
much?
I don't think I'm asking for anything out of the wild. You know what I mean? What about
Yeah.
you, Life?
Nothing really. No. I mean, it's unhealthy that treat it. I mean, sometimes you have to, but like it's unhealthy to go 24/7.
Yeah.
7 days a week, just like nonstop, like all day, all night, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't stop. So I mean, like having that kind of schedule, you still have like time to for yourself. For the
Fucking
family.
be you, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's like if they're pushing the heavy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have time for your actual self, dude.
Yeah.
We don't get that. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm not complaining about it. It's just one of the downfalls to the grind. You know what I mean?
And especially as creatives, like they say all the time, I think Zafir said it too. It's like you got to let life happen a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you got to experience things. How can you write and go off of your experiences if you're not experiencing anything?
You can't write about the beach
What
if you
the
ain't never been
grind?
there. You know
Right.
what I mean?
You're gonna talk about the grind all the time. Like,
Right.
okay, like I get it. Like you in the studio.
Yeah,
All right, we get
exactly,
it. Like
exactly.
I'm working on my clothing. Okay, we get it. We
Yeah.
know those are the same 5 songs you've been working on. Like nothing is changing. You're not showing me something new. So yeah, and like they stress about in just our regular 9 to 5s, the burnout is real.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It doesn't mean that once you make it in photography or you make it in music or whatever that just disappears.
No,
You still have burnout.
No.
Still exists.
I feel like the more you make it, the bigger the burnout is, bro. Because the more that you're dependent on or whatever, or you know what I mean, dude?
More responsibility or whatever.
Like, think about it, right? You blew right now and you went on a world tour, dude. How boggling is that to be gone for 60 days?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gone 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
You are showing, you are going, rehearsal,
Mm-hmm.
change, going to perform, get on a plane,
Travel,
get on a bus. Go out, like, you know, that the burnout, to me, that seems like more of a bigger burnout in my mind than what I would experience, let's say, in my busy times.
Right.
Here.
I feel that.
At the level I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
That burns me out. Like, yo,
Yeah.
this burnout ain't nothing, bro, compared to what's coming.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like some people don't take into account that, like, yeah, the artists like need some rest too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they stop
yeah.
for, like, a week and then they're just like, where the hell are you? And then like more time passes and then they just stop paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They figure, okay, he's not doing anything. So
Right.
He's not about it. You know, it's not true. We just need rest.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta step away.
No, you do. You definitely do, man. When the pressure gets too big, you gotta take time for yourself.
That's why I feel I keep going back to it, but I just fully respect what NF does. Like, works on the album, drops the album, goes on tour, does his tour run, whatever, maybe 2 months, whatever he does, and then just disappears. Like from socials, from talking to people. Like I never see him doing interviews, which is crazy and great in a crazy way. You know, like you could still sell and not.
He just
promote,
keeps
you
to
know?
himself. So, I mean, it's baffled me too how he does it. Like, I've wondered, has he always been like that? Or is it just now to the point where he's at his career where he is able to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I've said before. It's amazing that he can drop an album a year, and that album that he drops sustains him for that entire year because of the fan base that he has built.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where people, even a year later, without hearing from him, are anticipating the next album.
Right.
You know, so it's like I think to what you're saying, I think he's been able to create that where he's like, people are waiting. That's my fan base. Cool, that works for me.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Right.
Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's why I think it's proof that you don't have to drop freaking every week.
No, you don't have to.
Every 5 seconds.
You don't have
Let
to.
it marinate.
You don't have to, man.
let it marinate. Like even him, like he drops all his music videos before he drops the album, maybe one after,
Right.
and then tour, and then I'm
Yeah.
out of here. Like
Right.
you don't see anything else. Like
Right.
I've dropped what I needed to drop.
Yeah.
Enjoy what's there.
See you in 2 years.
Yeah. Enjoy what's there. Like I don't need to give why do I need to give you
Yeah.
more? And he's got a catalog, so it's like,
Right.
you miss me? I got 4 other albums that are amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
You've told me they're amazing because of how much you've listened to it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Have at it.
Yeah.
You got plenty of choices. You're sick of this project?
Right.
We got 4 more.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And I'll catch you. By the time you get through all that and you get sick of all of that, guess what? Yeah, new album.
Exactly.
Hey, what's up?
And
It's
I got 3 videos. And I got a tour. And I got a new,
Yeah, no, man, he does it
Yeah.
crazy,
And I
dude.
got that, and I
He's
got
got
that,
to
and I got that.
he's got to figure it out. However, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He really does, man. However, he was able to sustain that, dude, is
That's what I mean. It works.
Man.
So, you know, I don't.
Drop the album, and then we're still talking about it like until the next one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I still love Hope. I still love the whole album. It's still playing on my thing right now.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know, so it's like, I don't think that there is one specific method on dropping music as much as people say, you know, attention span. I think it's how you do it
well, so
and building your fan base.
where I think they say that there is a method is because Exhibit A has worked for
Mm-hmm.
70,000 people, where Exhibit B, like NF, only worked for 3 or 4. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
So like, it's just
Yeah.
just finding what sauce works for you and your fan
Mhm.
base, bro. That's all it is, man.
What your fan base and what you're
You gotta
looking
find
for.
you just gotta find your sauce, man.
Right. If you're happy with, I mean, these obviously aren't his numbers, but if you're happy with 3,000 people continuously rocking your music and waiting a year and
Yeah.
and showing up and going on
Yeah.
tour with you,
Yeah.
then cool.
Yeah.
But if you're not, then maybe you do need to drop a little bit more.
Right.
and-
Yeah.
and build up your fan
Exactly.
base
That's
and-
exactly it, man.
But it's like if you can find those people that are cool with that and you're happy with that, bro.
He's independent, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure about that. He was signed to Capitol for a
Capital,
while.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not Reach, but Capital. Yeah, I knew he
think,
was
like, in
Capital.
the very, very beginning, he was picked up by like a Christian label or something like that, but it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Capitol got him.
Yep.
And then he's been rocking.
I think he might still be on Capital. Now I want to look. Let's fact check it. It's cool to fact check.
Yeah, always fact check, definitely, dude. I was just curious if he was like, you know what I mean?
I'm sure he's got record label. I'm sure that he's got NF's current record label is NF Real Music, distributed by Caroline Records and Virgin Music. He also has a relationship with Capital Music.
Oh,
what you
okay.
said.
So he's got a relation with. All right.
Okay, so he's a partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they help him out a little bit on maybe like just his marketing or something. You know what I mean?
So I kind of was right, and it alludes to what you were saying. So if I'm reading this correctly, he was with Reach Records, which is like Lecrae. I think Annie Minio's on there. KB
Okay.
is on
Yeah.
there. So the Christian record label, and then I think, you know, obviously, like it says, like he built a relationship with Capital. Now he's got NF Real Music. He probably just has distribution deals.
Right. Exactly.
Versus maybe signed to a label, and obviously is, you know, he makes a lot of his money, I'm sure, on touring.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially
If he's doing it himself, then yeah. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, bro? Like the only time
that too. You know, and they're good shows. Like from what I've seen,
Yeah.
I would love to go to a show.
Yeah, I would like to go to one,
I've
man.
been to 2. They're incredible.
Dude,
Really?
I hate you.
Incredible. Like,
Really?
The best hip hop shows you'll ever see. The best people I've seen like in hip hop are like NF and Tech Nine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
His shows are like ridiculous.
Yeah. Because it's showmanship too.
Right,
It's not just.
The way the way you see certain things like in the videos, like he'll perform it that way too.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
He came out in like his like perception cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was this big thing. It was covered, and then like music starts playing. They uncover. He's like inside the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass, right? That's gas, bro.
Yeah. I've seen him like pop up from the stage, like a couple of clips and stuff, like, you know, stuff firing off and whatever. Depending, you know, he really tailors it. It's like, again, to shout out Zafir, you know, it's attention to those little details.
Yeah.
And, you know, he moving around, or he's like stopping the music or whatever.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Again, just going off of different clips that I've seen, but it's just cool. Like,
Mm.
just has that attention. I want to go to one so bad. think every time it's either like on a day that I have something or I just miss it or
Yeah.
you know, whatever. And I'm like, dang it. I wanna
Yeah,
go.
it happens, man.
So-
one day it will happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna try for the I mean, if he drops another album, I definitely want to try to go to.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude.
I think he's working on stuff because he's posted like teasers.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, don't post me a teaser if you're not gonna drop music.
Just
Like,
stay silent, brother.
don't do that to me. I would rather you just go away and be happy
Yeah,
and
facts,
never drop
dude.
music again
Facts, bro.
than to be like and then not do anything. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you cannot go that hard.
Ends mid-syllable.
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah, you can't go that hard and then not drop something.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Levels to it.
There is levels to it,
There
bro.
is.
There's methods to the madness. Just a matter of what works for you, man. What your fans will endure with you. You know what I mean, dude?
Mhm.
Like, because I'm sure he's lost a lot of fans because of the way he drops music or chooses to drop music. They were like, yo, I don't want to fuck this guy. I'm not waiting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And he keeps growing.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter. He just continues and he just keeps going.
Right.
And like that's like his core fan base too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude does stadium tours, bro.
Right.
That's
Like-
crazy, bro. Like to me that's crazy. As a hip hop artist, bro, to be doing stadium tours, dude,
Yeah.
on a consistent basis. Name one. I don't know. I'm asking. Name one that does that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like saying like he's the only one. I'm not saying that. So don't rip my head off in the chat about it. All right. I'm literally asking a general question because I don't know. Like, I'm asking because I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think Kendrick maybe.
I mean, like, do you mean the like just that
Actually, you know
NS
what?
level or just or like beyond, just like any hip hop artist?
Any hip hop artist,
I
bro.
mean, yeah, like the
'Cause I do-
Drake the stadium tours.
Don't.
I mean, like
There's
if
40
you're
minutes
on-
we'll lose of another podcast, bro. Okay.
I mean, like if you're on that level, then obviously like you're gonna be
Right. Okay. So, all right. So you know,
But they're all
who
signed
else,
to a label.
Who else do you know of?
Kendrick.
But they're all signed to a label.
They consistently do stadium tours.
Oh, so you mean like independently?
No, just no.
But
Not-
that's what. But that's
it
my
doesn't matter
point.
if they're signed. To me right now, it doesn't matter. I just
Okay.
want a general consensus.
Fair.
Doesn't matter if they're signed or if they're independent. Okay, hip hop artists. All right,
Yeah.
yo, you can't go see NF in a little bar somewhere, dude, or in the club. You can go see Drake
Yeah,
in the
no,
club.
that's weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, Drake may do, you know what I mean? But like NF solely consistently does stadium tours. Yes or no?
Yeah.
For the most part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So who else is doing that?
They're
Whether they're
super-
independent or signed to a label, who else? for
They're
an
big
artist is
venues.
doing
Yeah,
that?
they got to be big venues for NF
Right.
because just the way the production that he does.
Right.
It has to be. I mean, several prominent, the obvious ones: Drake, Jay-Z, Kendrick, Travis,
So Jay-Z's not doing
Kanye.
tours no more. So he's out.
Yeah, they're
You know
not.
what I mean?
Yeah. Other notables: Nicki Minaj, Snoop, Wiz
Okay.
Khalifa, Future.
Yeah, I can see Wiz doing stadium tours. Yeah, I could see that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, those are those are
Right.
just
Yeah,
couple
that's just a
that
couple to
popped
rattle
up.
off. I was just curious. You know what I mean, bro?
But to add to it, now I will touch on that. As an independent
he-
artist,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
even crazier.
Right. Yeah.
you know
yeah,
what I
no,
mean? Like,
facts.
now let's add the fact that
It
he
really-
is
he's
an independent artist.
bro.
All these
You know
other
what I mean?
guys are
Right.
signed to a major label
Exactly, dude.
and have a little bit more backing. Now you have somebody that is independent, has his own label.
right.
Yeah, you got connections to Capital, but
Still though, it's not. It's not.
It's not the same.
You're getting more than what than what Drake is getting probably. So Drake's obviously getting more because the number is significantly bigger because of the levels at their career. You know what I mean, dude? That's where the major label, like you said, comes into play. But like, yo, I'm almost curious if you break it down to a percentage number, okay? Not a total number that he sees,
Mhm.
but a percentage number. I wonder how off that percentage number is.
Of what? Like
Because
how many
you got to
tours?
figure, all right, let's say NF gets 50%. Okay, because obviously he probably has backers that people help fund the tour. Like,
from
yo,
tours.
dude, dog, the book of stadium is probably not cheap.
No.
You know what I mean, dude? So All right. So like, yo, let's say NF gets 50, okay? And let's say Drake gets 50, okay? But Drake's 50 is going to be smaller. Yes, it's 50%. I understand it. But Drake's 50 is going to be smaller.
The amount is going to look different.
Right. The overhead that Drake has to pay out is significantly more than with some NF. So like, yo, like, I don't know. I don't know.
No, you're not wrong.
I don't know if I'm making sense in what I'm trying to ask, bro.
Drake's 50%. Like if you're just picking a number to pick a number, Drake's 50% is definitely going to look a lot different than NF's 50%. For sure. Yeah, because his overhead's going to be crazy, and I'm sure where I'll use this.
But I feel like NF's seeing more of that 50% though, bro. You know what I mean? Than someone, than someone like Drake would. Yeah, it's 50%. I understand that, dude.
If you have your own label and then you're only like signed to like you're not like completely owned by like the major label.
Right.
It's a partnership. Like you get to like keep your royalties.
Right. Right.
Or at least some of them.
Right.
Like everything under the label has to get paid. One for the music that you're playing.
Correct. Exactly.
All the royalties from that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that would actually be a separate thing because that's not even tour related. I mean, just the putting on the show, all the people that have to show up, all the people that got to roll with you, you know, all the people that they are probably hiring.
Yeah.
Who knows it? I don't know. But insert major artists here. We don't know if they're the ones that are hiring the people.
Right, exactly.
If they're the ones hiring the people, obviously they would get more of the recoup back because it's like, dude, give me I want my.
Or maybe they're just using people on their own record label. You're on my record label. It says in your contract you have to go to so many events. This is one of those events.
Yeah.
Now charge that person $50K for this person to be there.
Right.
When that person's not even getting the $50K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're like completely like owned by like a major record label, like it's all them.
Right.
And, like you see like a very small percentage, but you still have to pay it back.
Right.
It's fucked up.
Where NF doesn't have to pay it back. So like that's why I feel like someone like NF would see more of his 50% in the long run.
Yeah, we're in agreement
Drake,
with that.
you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
Because eventually Drake's got to pay back 25 out of that 50.
Because essentially,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because if you look at it, the real thing is with like somebody like Drake, the labels got to get paid, and then all the people got to get paid. Whereas probably like NF, it's just the people got to get paid.
Right.
If you're doing it independently, because I'm sure he's probably putting it all together. So you just pay him directly.
Right.
And then you obviously recoup back anything else. You want to say something real quick? Ashley says she can't hear you.
Open your ears.
Hello.
That's weird.
How about now?
Hello.
Is there anybody in there?
It should be fine, but we'll see.
Hola.
We'll give it a second.
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Asi. No, that's it, dude. I stopped that. Just stop. I don't understand anything of what you just said.
It says his mic is off. What?
His mic is off?
That's weird because I can hear him in my headphones.
That's weird. Hold on.
Hold on. Try it now. What about now?
His mic is off? That's weird. His mic's real low. His mic's real low. L.Y.F E, say something.
Hold on. Try it now. His mic is off. What about now?
His mic is off? That's weird. His mic's real low. His mic's real low. L.Y.F E, say something.
Why do I keep getting mad feedback? Oh, because it keeps playing back in your phone. L.Y.F E, say something now.
Say something, I'll give it up on you.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you would have probably heard it there.
It's too feedbacky, bro. I can't make it out.
Yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second. L.Y.F E, say something. Yo. it's like you guys are yelling and he's whispering. No, I feel that. That's always with the fourth one. I feel like it's the fourth one. But I just shifted it to the third because I think part of it is that last slot is when we like do go, like if we do somebody virtually, you know how we were always having that issue and then I flipped the switch and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
like it finally worked. But I feel like, I don't know.
Are the headphones plugged in? Well,
No,
yeah,
we're good now.
Make a difference.
She said we're good now.
Okay.
I think it's that last slot because of that whole thing. I got to figure out how to fix that so it doesn't, especially if we have like 4 people when we go live. Like, that'd be frustrating. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's good now.
Yeah, it was literally that. So we're good now. Sorry to everybody that
we back. I'm back,
but we back.
That's
we
life,
back.
you know what I mean?
That's life.
That's me.
Hey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What were we talking about?
No, I was trying to like lead into something. I was trying to think of like a cool way to transition or one of the things I was gonna bring up. I was like,
all right, so since I out the window, why don't you just bring up what you're gonna bring up?
Well, I was gonna say, the first thing I was gonna ask is like, does anybody like if you're working on? I know this is like a completely weird question, but it was something that I thought of today because I was working today, and I was working on something, but then I was
today you were working.
Yeah, just today, and I was talking to myself.
Yes.
While I was doing
I talk to myself on a daily basis, bro. I don't necessarily have to be working or doing anything, dude. I'll be walking down the road talking to myself. Bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I have a full-blown conversation with myself, like.
Yeah. That's like literally what I was doing. Like I was just sitting there, and then like I have this thing where too, like I'll get to a point like I'll start doing like accents and stuff for like no reason.
I won't do that. I won't take it that far, bro.
Like it reminded me. Have you guys seen
Psycho?
He's like drop something and be like, "Oh, City Jay."
yo, you want to tell that one?
I'm not kidding. Though. It is weird.
I feel all safe for a father.
I'm not kidding though. Yeah, it'll be like English or some weird accent. No, have you guys seen
Just take it.
I was just talking about it. It's that Adam Sandler movie, the Grown Ups 2, where the bus driver, like you remember, I forget his name.
Yeah.
Where he's like talking to him and he's like getting all like crazy and he's like, "No, you're feeling okay." No, you're not.
Yeah.
Like I was doing like stupid stuff like that for some reason. Like,
dude.
but I was like,
I know what you're talking about, but no, I don't do that. I just talk to myself like a normal human being.
Like I was like typing, like I'll be like, for example, like I was, working, I was typing up something, and I was like, oh, you made a mistake. Oh, it's fine. No, you're not. You're an idiot. Like
sit now. No, I'll do it later. No.
yeah. Like I don't know why. It's just like
so. I may yell at myself.
Entertaining.
It's mind over matter.
But I don't change my voice that I hear in my head to be like.
I just start fitting roles.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that's why that's where we get that like devil and
the angel on our
on our shoulder. Like that's where we get that analogy. I think.
Yeah. I also heard like Crispy said like it's okay to talk to yourself, but when you start responding back to yourself,
that's how I know it's not right. Because I've asked people, like plenty of people, and they're like, "Dog, no, I do not talk to myself." And I'm like, all right, I guess yeah. Just forget I even talked to you guys about this topic, all right?
Yeah, like hey Jay, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Like that's when like it starts to get like weird.
Or I'll talk myself down. Or I'll talk shit to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dude? Like, what are you doing? You're so stupid. You know what I mean?
And then you're like, no, it's fine, dude. Just relax. Like, you're good. Like, just keep going.
No, you're good. It's okay. No, it's not. Oh, it's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Not today, Satan.
Like, you can't be acting like that. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to, but I totally want. Yeah, I know you want to do it so bad. Yeah, I would do. Nah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jay, relax.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta respond. You ain't gotta say nothing. Just chill.
Your bond's gonna be expensive,
okay.
brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't go to jail, Crispy. It's gonna be expensive for you.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Let's weigh out the pros and cons of what I'm about to do right now.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Actually said my coworker says he talks to himself all the time. He meets a cool group of people that way.
Yeah.
Oh, so like he'll be out like just chilling, and then like he'll just talk to himself, and then people will just like gravitate towards him. I don't know. I'm assuming.
Crazies, bro. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Maybe.
Cause like sometimes like you'll be at a bar or like somewhere, and then like someone's talking to whoever's next.
I mean,
to
it really is a good.
And then
It really is a good icebreaker, bro. Because then they're either gonna look at you one or two ways. They're gonna look at you like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Or they're gonna be like, yo, you talk to yourself too? Dude, I do that all the time. That's weird. I thought and then conversation sparked. You know what I mean?
The other person stops listening, they start talking to themselves, and then like they know that you're listening. So it's like because you're trying to figure out who's he talking to, and then he starts talking to you. Like, well, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, I just have like random conversations, but like, yo, imagine like you just like out at a restaurant or whatever, and like some dude's just like, yo, there's some really great music out here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's like just like amazing. Like it just sounds really good. Yo, this is like my favorite song. Oh man, I miss listening to this song.
I'm telling you, I'm giving a side
song.
eye, dude. Like, yo, all right, bro.
I remember listening to this song when I was a kid.
Man, my dude.
Woo! Yo, this is a throwback. Yo, I used to listen to the song all the time. Yo, I wonder what they're cooking out back there. Yo, it must be interesting. What how they cook. I wonder if they're cooking some onion rings back there. I could go for some.
I think eventually I'll be like, yo, bro.
I think that sounds like Gucci? Oh my god.
We here? You're good? Yeah, no? Like, if you're not good, that's cool. Like, let's see what we can do to make you good. But eventually I'm gonna say something, dude.
Yeah. Oh, she says no, not that way. The voice is in his head. LOL.
All right.
Yeah, so he's talking to the voices. But like I've had like full blown conversations.
Outright.
Like, yo, like Tatum just like dropped like 30 last night. Yo, it was crazy. Yo, such a good game. Like,
yo, did you see that? Yeah, I saw that whole thing, man. It was fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have dropped 70. I think he could have dropped 60.
Or I'll think I
do it all the time. All day, every day.
Or I'll see like insert name here, clip, and then it'll remind me of the pod, and then I'll right. I'll be like, I'll on like TikTok or something, and then like I'll just start talking and like, yo, forget that guy, yo, Jordan's the best, and these stats, and, yo, they're right, yo, can't believe, yo, I cannot even believe that they would think like this, and blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, yo, I just had a full blown conversation
for like 20 minutes. For like 20 minutes,
I just gave air to this.
Yeah, exactly.
20 minutes, like, yo, stop, and then I'm like, but hey, it passed some time, so I guess I don't know. Like closing up shop.
You ever try to end a conversation with yourself when yourself's not done with it?
No,
bro.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, like, no, the conversation
like, damn, bro. Woo. You know what I'm saying, dude?
You're like, dude, just stop. But no, like, listen, like, it's really like, take a second and think about it. You're like, no, but I don't want to. We need to get back to work.
And then the ADHD in me kicks in, completely forgot what I was talking about, and automatically goes to the video of the little kid going, Linda, listen. Linda, listen. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah. Stop, slow down, think about it. You're like, no.
This is a serious matter. No, it's not that serious. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's bad, man.
Got more to talk about. Yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, at least one, I'm not the only one, but maybe I still am one of the crazier ones of changing voices.
What is? Yeah, but all right. What's normal?
Like,
you know what I mean, bro? Like, people thought I worked crazy around a lot. Okay, cool.
I know.
What's normal? What's normal then?
Yeah.
I don't think I've met ever one normal freaking human.
Oh,
in my
nobody's
life,
really
bro.
like normal. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what is considered normal, dude?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not normal. You're talking in your head. I don't know. We got 3 people in one room that say they do.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of normal to me, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe maybe it ain't your normal.
That is.
I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
Or it could be like, what's wrong with you? But then again, you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you, bro? What do you mean you don't talk to yourself?
Right. I'm trying to get the best advice. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. And yeah, crazy. I mean, crazy is thrown around a lot. It's like too much. Like, it's one of those things, like, people try to just label things automatically. It's like stuff I see with kids a lot. It's like, oh, that kid's got, not to say you don't, or
he's got ADHD. No, maybe he's just bored.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe homeboy is just bored. Do you ever think of that? You know what I mean, dude?
Exactly. Or I feel like they're on the spectrum, or maybe they got like autism or something. Like, no, like he's just bored.
Yeah.
Like he just likes to yell. Maybe, whatever, insert
exactly.
child action here.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Like maybe he just needs to like do stuff with his hand. Maybe he likes to do stuff with his hands and construct things or whatever, and that's why he's like touching everything. Oh, he must be on the spectrum. He's touching everything. No, maybe he just needs a Rubik's Cube because he can probably figure it out in 4 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
And you had no idea. Like, there's people that do that, and it's like you automatically try to diagnose and label somebody for something. It's like, no, maybe they just act that way.
Yeah.
Maybe that is normal.
Yeah.
We just think it's so abnormal because there's so many labels that you can put on things.
Exactly. Dude.
So many labels that you can put on things nowadays.
It's crazy. There's too many labels, bro.
I'm like, dude, just stop. Like, it's too much. It's too much. But I digress. What else did I say? So I got that anybody can talk to themselves and have full-on conversations while they're working on something. Yep. I don't know, I don't want to say this is like dark and dreary, but like this was like something that like
Let's get it. Let's rock it, dude.
it like touched it, like I don't know, it touched my heart because I was looking at who was I? Oh, I was thinking about like the kids in my job and how you build like strong relationships with them. And oh, am I boring you, sir? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, actually.
No, I know we're all tired. we are all tired.
No,
I
dude.
feel you.
Wednesdays are long days. You know that, dude.
I feel, yeah, 100%.
It's a lot, bro.
It is. I appreciate you guys for sticking this out as long as you have.
Oh no, dude.
Sure.
Like, dude, if I didn't feel like, yeah, okay, it's the whole day of the process going to work, then I have to worry about come here, set the cameras out, sit down, talk for an hour and a half while I drive home. Like, yeah, it's a lot, but like when I get home, I feel like
accomplished.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's a good lot. You know what I'm saying,
get stuff
bro?
off your chest.
Right, exactly.
It's a moment to talk.
It's a good lot. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
dude? Like
yeah.
it's not a bad lot. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like I don't want you to think that.
No.
All right.
I got you. Is again, so building relationships with kids, like really getting close to them, and like it made me think of like people that have come in and out of my life, whether younger, older, whatever. And it's like, what was I trying to say? Think of the kids in my job that I built strong relationship with. Like, there's moments that you don't get to see. You know what I mean? Because like at a certain point they leave.
Yeah.
Where it's like maybe it's like their college graduation. Like you've built such a close relationship, like they do feel like family to you, or like people in your own family. Like I think about my family, like their wedding day, their graduation, stuff like that. And it's like there's so many people that like come in and out of your life that you like get these strong relationships with that you're like, man, like there are things that I'm gonna miss.
Yeah.
And it like I don't know, to me it like kind of sucks.
No,
a little bit.
I get it, man.
If
You
get
a
what
lot
I'm
of
trying to...
a lot of these kids, you don't just see them for 1 year, right? You see them for several years.
Usually maybe like 2 at the minimum.
Okay, but
like,
you see them every day, bro.
Yeah.
Every single day, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you obviously develop a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A friendship, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And to not see them past a certain point, yeah, I could see that being shitty, dude. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah, it's just like, and again, I apply it to, situations that I've seen in, just my own personal life with my family.
Right.
I have a bunch of nieces and nephews. I haven't, I've seen some graduations and some that I haven't seen some people get married. I haven't seen others get married. And it's like, you want to be a part of that because it's like you have those.
Definitely, bro.
It's like, man, I don't want to miss those things.
Right.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
I want to see that moment with you. I want to be a part of that with you. Not to sound selfish, but like I want to celebrate with you,
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you achieve something, like you go to award, you get an award for something. Like, I'd love to be there for that.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
type of deal,
exactly.
Like,
just to see your progress in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man?
Like I just want to see you like do just great things. And it's like I don't know. I just noticed like it's like kind of a bummer. Like I don't get to, we don't get to see everything. And I know that's a part of life. I'm not here. I'm not going to be disillusional about that.
Right.
But, it's just, just a random thought that came across and how you guys felt about stuff like that, like stuff that you see in like, your own families or whatever of, stuff.
I don't know, I just try not to let it bother me. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I've missed my cousin's graduation. Like, yeah, it sucks, but
yeah.
But then again, she's my cousin, so I see her on a regular, so I see the progress she makes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, because like,
but I can definitely see how that would be downing,
mm-hmm.
if that's the right word I want to use here. You know what I mean? Like, or not downing, but like, I wonder how that person's doing. Type, or that would have been dope to see this person graduate. Like, dude, I remember when they were failing math class 2 years ago, and I helped them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can get it.
Yeah,
I understand it. I feel it.
Yeah, like there's certain kids like I think about it a lot. I don't want to say a lot, and like not that like it gets me down. This was literally just something that I had thought of, but I was like, it's like, yo, like I would just love to see you again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like if you were to like come back and just like walk in the door, like that would just like I would like feel complete.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You know, it's just like, I don't know. I think I just have, I don't want to say like separation anxiety or anything like that. Cause like, obviously, like I've had a lot of kids, you know, especially with my job, come in and out. But like, I definitely have it's hard. I don't know why with like goodbyes and separate, you know, the separation of it and like not coming back together.
Right.
If you will.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like from like, dating, in high school and relationships and how that all works.
Could be even deeper than that, bro. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? To me, it was just a conversation I could have with God, because he's revealed a lot of stuff with me as far as like helping me see why I do certain things. Right. Maybe that's just another one that I gotta.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely. That's where I would start. You know what I mean,
for
bro?
sure. For sure.
That's definitely where I would start. But hey, dude, it literally could be an underlying issue, dude. Because I have abandonment issues. You know what I mean? That I probably still haven't fully dealt with. I thought I've dealt with. That I'm just okay with, and it's an You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
We all got those deep, dark, underlying issues. You know, so it literally could be something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You might have to chat it up with the big guy. But yeah, he he's definitely revealed something. And I don't even know if I was necessarily searching for it at the time, but like just through like revelation, I was like I think I was just driving one day and then I was just like, I think I was talking to myself or I was listening to music or something and I was talking to myself and thinking and whatever. And then I was just like, oh, that all makes sense now.
Yeah.
And I was like, that explains so much. Okay, I got it. It's just like, okay, that is that. And because of that, because that happened, and then that other thing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, dang. Okay. That makes sense. All right, moving on. Ashley says, in general, we are always going to miss something in someone's life. For sure. I just, you know what I mean? Again, you build these relationships. You just want to see them do something great.
Yeah,
again, whether it's, graduate, get married, whatever. You just want to like celebrate with them. And then she said, we all have abandonment issues in one way, form, or another. Yeah, I feel that. Abandonment or just, again, it's not even, for me, I don't know if it's like a abandonment. It's just like never being a part of that person anymore. I don't know if that is like the official definition of abandonment, but because like when I view
being a part of certain people, like for so long, and then like all of a sudden they're just like out of the picture, kind of like not in a bad way, but like just life goes on and different things happen.
Yeah, like I view abandonment in my perspective as like a negative thing, whereas like the kids leaving, like I don't see it as a negative thing. It's just like I don't get to, quote unquote, for lack of better words, like get to like participate in your life anymore and see things that happen. Again, that's just my perspective. Maybe abandonment isn't necessarily a negative thing.
Right.
I don't know, but that's how like I view it. Like I would, my example of abandonment would be like somebody like just intentionally left to not be with me.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, I just, I have to go off to college, or I'm moving, right. It's like, that's not really like out of your control or whatever, that's how I kind of picture it. But obviously being in that position, it could mean something totally different. I don't know.
Neither do I, man.
So, I don't know. Just thoughts and things and, what else?
Thoughts and shenanigans.
Thoughts and shenanigans.
What else you got down there, buddy boy?
I got at least 3 more.
At least 3 more. Jesus.
Listen, I was trying to be prepared to not have what happened last time. See, well, I had them.
No, I made a promise to myself that I wasn't gonna let it happen.
I had I had 3 of them.
Yeah.
The last 3 the last 3 that I have were the ones that I had prior. The talking to themselves was obviously one that came up today.
Right, yeah.
And then the hard part, I think I came up with like just after the last episode that we had. But I'll do, let's see. What is something you would tell somebody who is, because I'm trying to like, okay, sidestep real quick, is like, get back to like our, being in our right minds. Like, how can we help people? You know what I mean? Give our advice. So what is something you would tell somebody who is new to your profession? Like your creative profession. I'm putting people in the hot seat because we don't have guests, so we are the guests. Be your guest, be our guest. What is that? Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
All right, you want the real answer or you want the sugar-coated answer?
No, let's be real, man.
Real?
Somebody starting.
Exactly.
Somebody starting new in photography.
Don't
start photography. Okay.
Yo, you literally have to be delusional. If you're not willing,
and I laugh respectfully.
If you're not willing to be delusional that what you're doing is going to work, then it's not going to work.
That's fair.
It's not.
I get that.
It's not.
I get that.
Because if it's not delusional, like so insane, yo, think about it, bro. It would be insane. It would be mind-boggling to me, dude, if I could legit my own media company, dude.
Yeah, like you
have a
to
warehouse, bro. That like, yo, we shoot music videos over here, green screen, record, like, yo, that's insane, dude. You literally almost have to be insane, bro. You know what I mean?
You have to be so
to
motivated
to make certain things happen.
Possible.
Yeah, you literally just you.
No, that's a great answer. I love it.
I don't know how raw other to put it than just like don't unless this is truly what you want.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
And know what you want too. Mm-hmm. Know what's gonna be okay for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't get like we said earlier, like, dude, it would be dope to have a whole warehouse, but if I could just sustain, but that's me personally. I'm not doing this to make millions.
There was a story that I read in a book called Think and Grow Rich.
Okay.
I'm not sure if anyone's read it, but like there was like a story in there that like there was some guy that was so desperate to meet Tom Edison. Like he was so like obsessed over that, like to get into business with him.
Mm-hmm.
That he like I think he like took like a random like freight train or something like that to like get to like where he needed to get to, but like he didn't have like the the money to be like where he is, but like he was so obsessed with it that like he did anything he could to get down there and get face to face with him. And he got down there, and I mean it took a while for like him and Edison to get things going,
right?
Because of course you gotta prove yourself,
right?
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Gotta put in the work, but I mean, like that's like the power of like manifestation, like obsessive
delusion, bro.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I guarantee you, he was having a conversation with somebody at one point. They're like, "Dude, you are delusional. That's never gonna happen."
Yeah,
you literally have to be delusional that this is going to work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It was like,
if you're not gonna be that invested in it, then just don't, bro.
You have to love it.
Just don't.
If like then like if you don't love something, then like what's the point of you doing it?
Literally, what is the point of doing it?
If you're not happy doing it, then why are you doing it?
There was a quote I was listening to. I had my motivational playlist on, and they said this quote.
Did that make sense though, or was that too like out of line to like put it like that?
No. I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, I know we're gonna understand. Do you think like someone who's not in the industry would understand that? Like, you know what I mean? That okay, you have to be delusional. Like, I don't think you're like, bro, you don't sleep. You have no personal life. You have no life. You need to eat, live and breathe your craft and what you're doing.
Yeah,
constantly be getting better, dude. It's bro, no sleep, 3-4 hours a night, dude. Like, bro, 4 shows in a weekend, dude. Like, bro, people don't literally understand what it is, dude. And for me to explain that to somebody, they're like, yo, this dude's delusional, bro. There's no way he can do 3 shows in one night, 3 different states. Done it.
Yeah.
Delusional, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The quote was again, I was listening to these motivational speakers. It said it always seems impossible until someone does it. Until it's done. So it's like you said, like you have to be just so motivated to believe that it is possible for you to do it. If you can't be that motivated to do it, not to speak for you, then there's no point in in trying to do it. Like if you can't see that it's possible and try to do everything that you can to make it happen, like Life said with that story with Thomas Edison,
Like literally
like,
anything
you're
can
not
be.
gonna.
Which somebody's going to say to your face eventually, yo, this is delusional, bro. You need to give up on this. You need to stop.
Mhm.
That's why I say, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good.
My fault.
And it's like that meme, like the two dudes that are digging for diamonds, and then there's one dude like inches, like one more strike, and he's hitting these diamonds, and it's like he's turned around and walked away because he's just given up.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're like, you could be one strike away from just like hitting everything that you possibly could.
I could quit today. God could have written in stone that tomorrow I'm gonna blow.
Right.
You know what I mean, dude?
Some client calls you and you're like, oh, sorry, like I sold all my equipment. And like I don't have anything anymore.
You
that's sorry to hear. I'll go find some.
That, and if you're not willing to put a minimum 5 years into this without seeing a cent or any reimbursement, bro.
Right. Reimbursement, any like feedback, any support. I was telling one of the teens the other day, it's like, a lot of time, if you want to do music, you want to do something creative, anything. If you want to start a business, whatever,
good luck.
Like, be prepared that a lot of the people that are around you, not all, some will, but not a lot of them will not support you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that you don't know that are going to support you more than a majority of the people. Yes, you will have people around you that are going to support you, but again, you might be delusional in thinking that every single like family member and friend that you have is going to be like, yo, I'm going to support. Does it happen? Yes. But majority, not so much.
That was like, I don't want to butcher his name. Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares, bro.
Yeah.
No one cares. Like that was the realest advice that I heard, bro. And I'm 3 years into it, dude. And I've heard some great wisdom from legends, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Terms drop knowledge on me, dude, several times, bro. Just about like little things, you know what I mean? How to act, how to move, or whatever. Like just gems, bro. True gems. But when I heard that, I was like, bro. And I even said that. I was like, yeah, until everyone likes you. And he's like, no, bro, still people don't care.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like literally, you're right. People don't care, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you can also, to add to what you said, not to add to what you said, it's like if you have that mentality too.
Right.
If you can't have that mentality, then don't do it.
Right. Exactly. Just don't, bro. Just don't, because no one cares, bro.
Yeah.
No one cares that I got photos of Jadakiss. No one cares that I have a website up. No one cares that I do a podcast. No many people are like, oh, you do a podcast? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, dude, that's
never dive deeper. Never dive deeper.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. What's it called?
That's it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Oh, what's the KP stand for? Oh, it's my medium company, Krispy Pic Media. Oh, okay, cool. Boop, 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 boop. Don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit, bro, what you're doing, dude.
Yeah, I've had people with like, I think I've worn like that, like HMF or something like, one of these or whatever. MOCG was the brainer for part of a music hip hop collective. We support each other in music.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Like, okay. No one.
So maybe that's another piece of advice that I would give to somebody.
No, I mean,
because I received that 3 years. I wouldn't say late. I heard it when I was supposed to hear it. You know what I mean?
Really?
But I would literally, I would say that too. No one cares.
Yeah.
Do it for you.
Mm-hmm. Really quick. Ashley says, biblically, they tell us all the time to live it like it has already happened. Amen. Yeah. Like when you pray, like you should already act like it's already going to happen.
Right.
Or actually, no, not that it's going to happen, that it has happened. So so she says, to continue, so in a profession, you need to know you are going to make it or it's not going to work.
Exactly. This will happen. Full delusion.
I might put this on a shirt. Full faith forward.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Full faith forward.
Babe, save that somewhere. I'm saving that. You might have just made a shirt.
But what was it?
Amen.
They did an interview with 50 Cent, and I don't know when it was. I just recently saw it. So this is probably old school. I mean, it's kind of common sense once it's pointed out. You know what I mean? Like I never put two and two together. But they asked him, yo, like, why was your first album Get Rich or Die Trying? He's like, because that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
I was so invested in this and in myself that I was going to do this thing, which was get rich, make a name for himself, become famous, or he was going to die in the process.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, mind blowing, dude. Because it's the
That's
truth,
literally
bro.
what he was living through.
It's the truth, dude.
Yeah.
Even someone like me, okay, I wasn't in that life. I'm not in that lifestyle right now, like he was when he was kind of. But I am going to do this, or I'm going to die trying. I will be able to quit my 9 to 5 one day, or I will die at my 9 to 5, trying to juggle both. You know what I mean, bro?
Right.
Like again, you have to be delusional.
Mhm.
You have to be
Yeah, yeah,
delusional.
yeah.
Again, you have to.
Yeah, because if you were to say that to a bunch of people, yo, I'm going to, like you just said, like I'm gonna die at my job trying to do both of these.
Yeah.
Like people would be like, yo, that's crazy. Like,
Right.
why would
That's
you?
crazy, bro. Why would you do
Why would you
that?
kill yourself over that? It's like, dude, I don't think you truly understand how
Right.
invested in this I am.
Right.
Yeah.
to want to do this, like it's not some.
I gave up my personal life for this shit.
How do you
Okay.
think the top
You know what I mean?
and like how do you think the top billionaires got to where they were? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you like break apart, like they tell you like their full story. Like you only see the success, but like you haven't seen the half of what they've been through to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was watching. I think it was on the iPhone or Apple just in general. Like, dude was like building out of his like garage. If it was the right doc that I was watching.
Yes.
It was like a movie, but
Yes.
it was about Apple.
Apple started in a garage.
Like people probably looking at him like, yo, you trying to build a computer?
As much as
you're gonna build one of the biggest phones.
Yeah.
Right.
Just wait.
Right. Yeah.
It's like just wait. You know what I mean?
And then you're gonna live your life looking like you make $30 an hour. Because the dude showed up to work like I am right now.
Yeah.
Khakis and a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Polo, maybe a polo t-shirt.
Yeah.
Billionaire.
Yeah. I guarantee you people thought he was delusional.
Yeah, they probably thought he was still delusional when he had all that money. Like, yo, look at this
at
dude.
that time they're like, no way, there's no way ever, there's no man's gonna pull this off.
Because people you gotta understand, man. You gotta
just believe in yourself, bro.
It's like I saw.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody
put your faith in God and believe that you can do it. You know what I mean?
And then humble yourself after.
Nobody's gonna believe in you more than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really all it comes down to.
Yeah. You just reminded me. I was watching. I think I was probably scrolling on TikTok, but it was cool, and it's like it's almost like in a reflection of Adam Sandler too. But I don't know why he does it. But they were talking about Jack Black. One, because I think he just dropped him. Oh, because he's in the Minecraft movie, I think. And they brought up like, yo, like why does Jack Black, like with all the like the millions, or maybe I don't know what his net worth is or whatever, all the millions that he has, dresses like he makes like $10 an hour.
Why not?
Think of how much he's saving. Like,
well, but like he was like, they said that he did like some mission trip or something to some foreign country, some like third world country, whatever. And he's like, he saw how they lived, and he's like, dude, like I just can't picture myself
exactly
like doing these things when there's kids like struggling to get food. He's like, I take my money and I give it to people that need it. They said like he gives it to people that need it. And he's like, I just can't see myself. And I wish like all these billionaires would kind of just like think about that. Like, dude, like you could still, I think we said this before, like you could still be a billionaire and still give people billions of dollars. Like
Robin Williams used to hire one homeless person every movie that he worked in.
Like,
it was in his contract, bro.
Yeah,
they literally went on the street. Yep, you come with me. You're gonna be in a movie.
Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Get these people off the street. It's like, so yeah, he's like, he was just give, he's like, I'm gonna find a better use for, how far I've come. Like, I'm gonna give back to people, in situations, especially people that have probably been in similar situations as him. It's like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's like people think it's, you gotta be crazy.
You have to, bro.
You gotta.
Let's
not use great. You gotta be delusional.
Delusional in a sense of,
because you could do all this work, all right. You could build a name. If it's not God's plan for you, you're not blowing, dude.
Right.
You're not,
that's true.
Dude. I don't care what you do.
You could put all the effort in the world.
I mean, you could surrender yourself to Satan, but that's just stupid. You know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't even do that
because he'll reward you too. But
right, exactly. But like at the end of the day, bro, you could have full faith and be delusional that this is gonna work, and it may never work. It may never work, bro.
So I gotta ask, man. So I gotta ask. What about you, Life? What would you tell somebody trying to make music right now?
I mean, a lot of the same things that we've been talking about, and like you have to love it. You know, if not, maybe find something else, or I don't know. But like if you're like you have to be invested in, like fully invested in like what you're doing, like if you want to get to a certain level. And you know, there's gonna be people that you're gonna have more naysayers than not at first, but like you have to just, you know, believe in yourself enough that like, you know, you're starting from this spot here, but it's not going to be like that forever if you just keep going.
For sure.
So just, you know, be delusional.
Yeah.
See, it literally
that's
just comes
that's
back,
all
bro.
it takes, man.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I would say, like, if you are gonna dive into this, is like keep going in the necessary steps. Like, one, keep going and do the necessary steps. Because I think a lot of times, like, people do feel that defeat. It's like what we were just saying. It's like people will quickly, oh, I'm not seeing the results that I want. Oh, nobody's supporting me. Let me just stop. And I bring this up and I bring it up again. You know, you got people like Jelly Roll, like getting best new artists at age 39.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like things like that. 2 Chainz reinventing himself into 2 Chainz, and you know, building a career at 40. You see people, you know, like I think it just popped up on my feed too. It was like, I think Vera Wang started Vera Wang when she was like 40. Like
Yeah.
like at third
Yeah.
It was like at 39 she knew nothing about the fashion
Yeah.
industry, and then by 40 she reinvented like the bridal industry, like
Right.
stuff like that. You know, at they were doing a bunch of people. It was like Henry Ford at
Yeah.
this age, like
43 or some shit like that, bro.
yeah, like filed
know
for
what I mean?
bankruptcy, and then by 45, like he creates the first car.
It's
Like
crazy, dude.
stuff like that. It's like, you know, I know they say like music is, you know, music aside, but like if you're gonna follow a passion or anything, like, well, we're talking about, you know, our specific careers. I'll say music is, you know, to stop it, regardless if people say it's a young man's game, whatever. Like if you're doing it right and you're following the steps, like it'll happen. You know what I mean? And full faith in God, and especially it'll happen the way it needs to. Just follow the right steps. You know what I mean? So don't try to skip the steps that are necessary, because again, we've said it before, you reach a certain level and you don't have the skills to do what needs to be done at that level, you're not going to succeed. It's just like playing video games. If you don't level up your player,
Exactly.
you're not going to beat the final boss for that level.
Right.
You're going to have to go back, you're going to have to build up those skills, and then you're going to have to go and fight the boss again.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to beat the boss. And
Yeah.
then you'll be able to go on to the next level.
Right.
And I think people need to kind of view it in that sense. Like, okay, am I ready to take on the next steps? If you want to make your business an LLC, well, do you have the knowledge to understand what it means to have an LLC? No, you don't. Then don't create an LLC yet.
You know what?
As an example, you know what I mean?
I thought I had the basics. I had not even close, Jay.
Mhm.
Not even close. I was off, bro.
Yeah.
Far off, dude.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
But it's again, it's things like that. Like if you wanna perform, do you understand what it means to perform? Do you know
Right.
what it
Yeah.
is to? And again, I mean, we've gone through kind of the longer route, and that's why we've created this podcast to help people navigate that without having to go backwards.
Yeah.
Again, if you don't know how to perform, learn how to perform first.
Right.
Right.
And this way, when you get your first performance, it doesn't, and I mean, you're still going to have the bumps. You're still going to you got to test it out to figure out if it's going to work and figure out what works for you.
That's exactly it.
But like, again, get some sort of foundation under your feet first. Don't just be like, oh, let me just hop on stage and see what happens.
Mm.
It might work. You know, you may just be that type of person.
Right.
But you know, get those fundamentals, get those basics, figure those things out first. Don't just assume you know everything.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
work on it.
Do your research, dive in, and you know, whatever doesn't work, you make those adjustments.
Like when I first started performing, I looked up like what you needed, and it was like no backing vocals, do it on the chorus. Because I was like, what do I do? Do I just play the song?
Right.
And and then I looked at like what other artists did. Like I listened to other artists like live performances.
Right.
Huh. I don't hear any backing vocals. Oh, but they do have it on the chorus. Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds right. You know,
Right.
like DMX,
Yeah,
Eminem.
right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I've been screaming into the mic. They're not like
Yeah.
they're doing it as they're recording. This
Yeah.
is
How is this dude jumping around
yeah.
and still has breath control? Oh, because of this. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Right.
Oh, they have, maybe the ends. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should try that because I like to jump around.
Yeah.
Like I've looked at stuff like that. Like, I've looked at, speaking on performances, like, oh, I want to have maybe a chill performance. Oh, let me watch how J. Cole moves around the stage. How does he engage the audience?
Yeah, exactly.
How does he capture that?
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, he really looks at people. He takes his time. He slows down. He's not moving his hands everywhere. Oh, how do I want to rap really fast and move around the stage? Oh, let me watch an Eminem performance because this dude raps his butt off.
Right, exactly.
And he does it really fast. Oh, he's got some of the ends on there.
Right.
Or he's got a hype man.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get Murph on here.
Right, exactly.
Real quick. Oh, okay. Oh, now my performance has changed. Oh, now it's higher up now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
so
mimicking
so
that.
many variables, dude.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, okay. Let me see. Let me learn. Let me educate myself. Like you said. Let me figure.
Education is key, man.
I think people just try to, I want to get there. It's like, but to get there, there's things you got to do.
Yeah.
Because then they try to rush through it, and then like, oh, I don't see anything happening. Yeah, because you skipped a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
and you're not taking action.
Yeah, you're just expecting it to happen. And again, sometimes it happens.
Phil Knight from Nike, like when he started Nike, it wasn't even Nike at first. It was Blue Ribbon Sports or whatever it was.
Yep. Yeah.
He started selling shoes out of the trunk of his car.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he was able to get those shipments in was, he like had to get like bank loans. Sometimes he asked his father for money.
Mm-hmm.
And like many times his business almost went bankrupt because like they were just like running on nothing. You know what I mean? Like he would like just get a shipment of shoes. Like that was like literally like all the money he had.
Yeah.
And then he would like recoup that. He would like double it. He would triple it. So that's like that it's that kind of grit, that kind of delusionalness, whatever that's even a word, but like, yeah, it was that way for a long time. And then like by the time he took his business corporate, I think he started like after college. He was like 25 when he started. And by the time like Nike became what it is now, like this massive empire, like he was like in his 30s or 40s or whatever. So it's decades of just day in and day out grind, hard work. You know what I mean?
And just not giving up. It's like, I mean, obviously N1 is no longer around anymore, but it's like when they first dropped their first shoe, obviously they were competing with Jordan. They were competing with Nike, Reebok, all these other ones.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like during a game or something. I think it was Stephon Marbury. Like the shoe broke.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you could have just, that's it, guys. We're gonna call this one quits, and we'll see y'all later.
Exactly.
Tour's over, shoes done, brand's done. It's like, no, like, let's figure it out. Let's make it work. Let's, go back to the drawing board. And I mean, it blew up, and then just, business and everything else. It just, and then obviously you're still competing with Nike and everything else.
Yeah.
But it's like, they had a great run. I love
N1's still around. Those red shorts I always wear in the summertime, and ones, bro. And them were bought in like 2 years ago. Mom bought them for Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just not big like they used to be when we were kids, bro.
Did you see the documentary on the N1 and like the rise and fall of it?
Yeah. That's where I kind of got.
You know why they like dipped off? It's like, crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the players on the N1 mixtape tours, like, they weren't, I mean, they were getting paid, but like they weren't getting paid like as much as they should have.
Yeah. What people thought they were getting paid, like they weren't. Like,
and then there was like other underline. They broke some rules.
It was shady.
I think they were trying to like, get around shortcuts, and it just blew up.
Yeah. Because then the players were like,
and then other businesses are like, okay, this goes against like section E of page 78 or whatever.
And it's crazy too, because you look at some of the players now, like, I mean, they were phenomenal players, you know, some of the older legends that were on there, it's like now they're like doing youth sport camps and like, or they're like referees for like, you know, certain leagues and stuff. And it's like, man, like you went from touring around the world and like the country to, you know, doing like that like that's how, like, I guess you could say like maybe dirty they did you in a sense, and just how they didn't like have your back on the back end of it. You know, because like, you know, you see some companies, like you see them falling apart. They're like, dude, let's help you out. Let's get you in a good place. You know, I know some of them were in the NBA, you know, made it to the NBA and stuff, but it's like for a lot of them, they didn't.
Right,
like, you know, now they're just doing like youth sport camps and stuff, and it's like, man, like, bruh, like that's tough.
One bad decision, bro.
Yeah, I know the professor is doing pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still kind of out there. And,
yeah,
I mean,
but he's still putting out videos. He's still like travels to like different parks.
Yeah,
and
he just takes people on and stuff, and they're like, "Oh no, he can't."
He's still just up as Spider-Man.
Yeah, like you can't ball, and then you just like, dude, stop.
Yeah,
like he can still hoop.
Yeah,
like, he's still good. Like, I don't know what people say, but yeah, I would just say, you know, if you are gonna do this, like, just do the right steps and just don't quit. You know, don't. If you like, if you are delusional enough to do it, don't quit. Like, just keep. If it still makes you happy, keep doing it. If you're unhappy with it, like, then maybe it's probably not something you should.
Yeah, you should
never.
never
I think you said that earlier.
You should never do anything you're not unhappy with, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky, dude, that my gift from God I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my assignment, but I'd say it's a gift. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's my assignment, to be honest with you. I think it's a gift. That's why, but I'm so able to. I'm lucky that I did enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. I know it's gonna work just for that, because it wasn't my idea to start this.
Mm-hmm.
But again, people will call that being delusional. You know what I mean?
Right,
so
right. No, I get you. Any final thoughts, guys? I mean, this is super cool.
Yeah,
I love this. Shout out to
quick.
Yeah, I did. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. Shout out to everybody that watches this later on. Love you, babe. Thank you for all the chats. Yeah, dude.
Nolly.
Guys, got anything coming up this week?
Just shooting a music video with you. That's it.
Yeah. Got that.
So I got something coming up tomorrow. You guys have been waiting for a long time. It's called Work.
It's called what?
I was like, yo, he's about to drop some. I was like, yo, what's he about to?
Even I looked out. Yo, I gave him a quick head snap. Like, yo, what?
He said work.
But I do have a new project in the works. It's gonna be like an EP. So yeah, I'll be dropping like single EP, single EP for a while, I think.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good.
Word.
That's what's up, bro.
I'll hopefully be able to drop that like this summer.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
I got yeah, I mean, same thing with me. I just got work. Just normal work.
Yeah, just normal work, bro.
Normal work coming up. Finishing up some things for one of my kids. Get her to go to Youth of the Year. That'll be fun. Hopefully, you know, all things work for good. So I'm trying to just keep faith on that. And being able to go, there's all the government stuff is just waiting on approvals and stuff, which is taking a little bit longer than normal because of everything that's going on with the government. So just trying to, like Ashley said, the last thing she said, just full faith forward and just
full faith forward, man.
Trying to act like it's gonna happen and just, you know, planning for the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really it, man.
You know, all that kind of stuff. And then just continuing to work on music here with the pod. Got some new stuff coming in for Have More Faith.
Yeah.
Excited for that. So
what's up.
I'm ready. I think it comes in tomorrow. So excited to start launching some of the spring stuff.
That's dope.
So
I know we gotta set a date to sit down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll hash everything out. We'll just do it all. Right. Yeah, we'll just do it all in one shot. That's why.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Cool, man. Again, I already created a logo. Oh, amen.
All right, cool. Work's done.
For the full faith forward, amen.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you again, once again, one final time to everybody that has been tuning in. I want to say God bless. I appreciate all of you. God is truly good. He's definitely been a blessing to us. Just want to give him all the glory for just allowing us to be here, and just have this opportunity to chat with everybody. Be sure to follow us, rightmindpodcast.com, on Instagram, Right Mind Podcast, everywhere. Appreciate everybody. Lastly, if you are looking for Christian merch, be sure to check out For His Glory. You can get promo code J Faith Official. I always try to say it fast, and I always jack it up.
J for the fifth.
J_Faith Official. Get 15% off. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to them. Shout out to MOCG. Mine's one collective genius. But until next time, my name is J Faith.
My name is L.Y.F.E.
It's your boy Krispy.
Hey, get your hat. Do you have any more HMF gear?
I got plenty of HMF gear.
Yo,
Just
get
let me know.
that too.
Grab the HMF gear. Shout out to the team. Appreciate you guys. This is the Right Mind Podcast, and we will catch y'all next time.
What's up?